Here's a strange thought. What if you've already passed on? Not in a dramatic way, not with memories of it, but quietly, in moments you barely noticed. A car that almost hit you, an illness that resolved unexpectedly, a split second where everything could have gone very wrong. There's a controversial idea in physics that suggests something unsettling. You never experience the timelines where you didn't survive. And oddly enough, some people think that a decades old card accidentally describes the idea better than most science books. We're not saying this is true, but the overlap is strange. So stick around and see what I got for you guys, and I hope you don't miss a second of this video. Let's get into it. What is up, everybody? Welcome to another episode of Don't Drink That. This week I have something very awesome for you guys. It's going to mix the concept of the card game series I've been working on with the topic that I find very interesting, and that is quantum immortality. For those of you that have been keeping up, I'm trying to do this series to kind of add a little bit of twist on conspiracy theories. This is for entertainment purposes only, so don't take anything I say as fact. Do your own research. Before we go any further, let's be very clear. This episode is not claiming that the INWO card game predicts the future, that quantum immortality is proven science, or that any of this is happening to you. This is an exploration of ideas, symbolism, and patterns people have noticed. Think of this as a thought experiment, a strange overlap between physics, psychology, and storytelling. Now let's talk about the idea itself. What is quantum immortality? So for those of you that don't know, quantum immortality comes from a real interpretation of quantum mechanics called many worlds. In simple terms, it suggests that reality constantly branches. Every possible outcome happens in some version of reality. You only experience the branches where you continue to exist. So in theory, in some timelines you don't survive an accident. In at least one timeline you do. And the consciousness can only observe the timelines where it continues. Which leads to the unsettling idea that from your perspective, you never experience your own death. Again, not proven, not widely accepted, but discussed seriously enough that physicists still debate it. Now, here's where things get weird. There are card game connections to this. It's satire. It's exaggerated, and it's designed to represent systems of power, collapse, and survival. The game doesn't talk about quantum physics, but when people started looking at certain card combinations, they noticed something unsettling. The way the game handles disasters, continuity, and survival. It feels very similar to the logic behind quantum immortality. So you have combination 1, and now I don't have any of these cards. I'm still working on getting that set that's very expensive. But combination 1 is disaster and survival. So in the game, disaster cards represent nuclear accidents, pandemics, and large-scale collapse events. Most pieces on the board are removed. Not all of them. Some players survive, the game continues, the rules shift. From a symbolic standpoint, this mirrors the quantum idea that most outcomes collapse, but at least one branch continues. And the game doesn't end, it just changes. The card doesn't focus on death, it focuses on what happens next, and that's important. Then you have combination 2, which is population reduction and continuity. One of the most uncomfortable cards in the deck is population reduction. In the game, this doesn't just remove people, it reduces resistance, options, and complexity. What remains continues operating. Some people connect this symbolically to a darker version of quantum immortality, the idea that you survive but the world is subtly different afterward. different social rules, different systems, and different norms. Many people who report near-death experiences or Mandela effect memories describe the same feeling. Everything feels the same, but not quite. Again, it's not proof, but an interesting overlap. Combination 3. Time, weird science, and rule breaking. The card game includes cards that break normal rules, alter timelines, create exceptions, and allow reality to behave strangely. Quantum immortality requires the same things: nonlinear time, branching over outcomes, and observer-dependent reality. When these cards are combined, the game allows something very specific: continuity despite collapse, which is essentially the philosophical heart of quantum immortality. You don't avoid disaster, you just experience the version where you didn't disappear. The most important detail here, and it's the key point most people miss, the card game doesn't say that you live forever. It says the game continues, but the board changes. Quantum immortality isn't about invincibility, it's about subjective continuity. And that metaphor alone is enough to draw people to different connections. This is why the idea resonates so strongly. People are drawn to this theory because near-miss experiences are common. Reality feels increasingly unstable to many, and then memory discrepancies feel personal. Death is something we can't consciously experience, so theories that suggest continuity instead of finality feel strongly comforting and unsettling at the same time. The card game didn't create these fears, it reflected them. So, once more to be clear, this episode is not saying that quantum immortality is real, the card game predicts anything, or that your experiences mean something cosmic. This is about how humans notice patterns, especially when stories, science, and symbolism overlap. If quantum immortality were real, it wouldn't feel like living forever. It would feel like surviving things that you shouldn't, living in a world that's almost familiar, watching reality quietly adjust itself around you. And maybe that's why the idea refuses to go away, because whether it's true or not, it taps into something deeply human. So, I hope you enjoyed this episode. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share for more content like this. And whatever you do, people, don't drink that. Love you guys. Stay safe, and I'm out. I hope you enjoy next week's episode, which is going to be surrounding some social issues going on right now with ICE. So I hope you guys stick around for that. See you next week. Peace.